What up? It's the real Keith. Any other a fabrication of your imagination. And today I'm reviewing chapter 108 and 109 of Record of Ragnarok. This is one of my favorite series, and I've been wanting to do this, but I just don't want to pick up in the middle of a fight. But I hate I waited so long because it's almost the end of the series. But better late than never. And the chapter starts with Heimdall explaining that the humans are in the lead by 1 point, and the score is 5-6. If humanity wins one more time, that means that they won the tournament. And Heimdall is just explaining how the gods are losing at this point. And he also explains how they should have never underestimated the humans, and they now have to recognize that humanity is strong. And now we see Buddha walking to the stage with Kentoki, and Kentoki has his gigantic axe with him. And Kentoki stating that there is no way that he's gonna lose. And Buddha just laughs and says that if Kentoki says he's gonna win, he's gonna win. But he also says that Kentoki has another reason to win the fight. A mysterious reason that I guess we'll get to hear later on. And a lot of people from the crowd that were watching who had some commentary during the other fights are waiting at the arena gate for Kentoki to walk in, and he looked surprised. People like Guan Yu, Thomas Edison, Albert Einstein, the Spartans, and others. And Edison says that they all have something to impart to Kentoki. And this scene is pretty funny. Edison grabs Kentoki's hand and says alternating current, direct current, alternating current. And then it says energy charge. And then he says he just now received the power of all humanity. Edison says a quote that Tesla probably would say, that science is what illuminates the world, but feelings are what illuminates our hearts. They're all basically telling him to win for them. Then Guan Yu says that he can't go losing, and Zhuge Liang says the 5 men who disappeared, their feelings now fall squarely on Kentoki's shoulders. And the sumo wrestlers speak for Raiden, the Spartans speak for Leonidas, and Cain and Abel speak for Adam. Kentoki looks uncomfortable and says he's not good with these kind of things. And then he goes on to enter the arena, putting his hands up, saying pretty much he's gonna get a win for the rest of humanity, and he'll shoulder them all. Then Eve prays to say that she wants Adam to watch over Kentoki as he's a child of humanity, also challenge the gods. And then we see a picture of Adam. And then Heimdall introduces Kentoki, saying, is he a man or is he a yokai? And then we get a small introduction backstory on Kentoki. They say as a toddler he wrestled bears, and as a young man he slew the demon king shooting Doji. And with his extraordinary superhuman strength in wielding his battle axe, he is remembered as a vassal of the great Minamoto no Raiko and the greatest demon slayer of the Heian period. And then Heimdall finally says Kentoki Sakata's name, and we also get to see his Valkyrie. And his Valkyrie looks kind of frightened, and I guess she has low self-esteem because she believes that she is not worthy. And Kentoki goes to say, if it's not you, it can't be anyone. And her name is Skajol, I guess that's how you say it, the ultimate introvert, and he opened up her heart in an instant. Said by Brynhild, and they say that he is really the most beloved man in human history. And now Zeus approaches Brynhild Day, and Zeus pretty much is just saying that does Brynhild actually believe that they can win against Odin? And Brynhild goes to say that she's never once picked a person that she didn't think could win. And she specifically picked Kentoki to fight against Odin, calling him her anti-Lord Odin fighter. And he merged with the Valkyrie, which she just pretty much merged with the X, and saying that the only one capable of drawing out his strength to his utmost limits is her sister Skidald. The power that dwells within her ruin is, and then nothing was said afterwards. Then his X transformed, and the whole crowd is excited, saying for the first time in their 7 million years of history, humanity believed they were witnessing the day that they would surpass the will of the gods. But then a strong aura encapsulated the whole arena. Everybody is in pain, saying they can't breathe. The sky is turning black. And then we see Odin coming down from the sky. And then it say thunders claps, and the supreme god Odin slowly makes his descent. In the beginning of chapter 109, we still see Odin coming from the sky, and the crowd is still shocked and this looks like the guard side. And Heimdall says, this much pressure before the match even begins. I need to get out of here as quick as possible. Everyone in the arena is just feeling the pressure from Odin. And Heimdall is just saying how amazing Odin is, saying gaze upon his regal figure as he descends. They give us a little introduction. He presides over war and death. All the gods tremble before him. He knows all there exists no secrets for him, the supreme god of Valhalla, Midgard, and Helheim. And the people are just praising and praying to Odin, saying this god has been bestowed with more than 200 names and titles. And then you see the different names: Har Odin, Alfadir Odin, and then they call him the High One, the Odin the All-Father, the Hooded One, the Terrible One, God of Ruins. And then they talk about his spear. Anything that faces the end of his spear will surely be destroyed. Wielding the legendary demon spear Gungnir, he swept through battlefields, teeming with soldiers as if commanding a godless wasteland. And then he finally lands on the ground, and they explain he is the supreme god of the Norse pantheon and the strongest god of war in Valhalla. Then Odin makes like some kind of crazy face. It looks like half his face is like burnt off or something. I don't know what is going on right here. Actually, it even got more crazier. He literally transformed. He looks like a younger god. He kind of looks like Siegfried, but with the scar on his face. And then the human side started to lose hope. No one can defeat Odin. Even the gods didn't know what to think. Talking about they can't breathe. And is that Lord Odin's true form? It's their first time seeing it. Even Zeus himself has never seen his form, calling it his battle form. Heimdall announces for the fight to begin. Kentoki takes a battle-ready position, and then Odin explains how he wondered who his opponent would be, and calling Kentoki just an insect, one of Buddha's errand boys. The disrespect. He actually gave more respect to the Valkyrie than they gave Kentoki. And then Kentoki disrespects Odin, saying that he has the most overblown nicknames. And Odin is like, what? And then next thing you know, Kentoki's hand starts to glow. I'm to find out that Kentoki has a rune in his hand. Odin knows exactly what rune it is. Kentoki says he inherited the will of Gungnir. And then Kentoki says if Odin plans to resurrect the primordial gods, he's gonna stop him with every drop of blood in his veins, telling him to. And he has a big aura around his body. And that's where the chapter ends. Much didn't really happen in these two chapters. The only things that we really see is their introduction and Kentoki's Valkyrie reveal, and also Odin's transformation, which is pretty epic because I did not see it coming at all. But that's it for today. If you like Record of Ragnarok and want to follow along as I review it, like, share, subscribe, and follow for more. And also, if you like versus battles and power scaling, also follow Universal Debate on Facebook.